In a world full of people yelling for attention online, it kind of stands out when someone just stays quiet. I think those silent types might have the strongest sense of security in their heads. It's weird to think about at first. I scroll through feeds all the time, seeing everyone share their lives. But when it comes to posting myself, I just don't. My profile is basically frozen in time, like a picture from years ago, and nothing new shows up. Friends call it being a lurker or something, and they joke about it. Family might worry and ask if everything is fine since there are no updates. People say you're missing connections or not part of things because you skip the constant sharing of meals or trips or whatever. But the real story behind not posting feels deeper than what gets said out loud. It's not just laziness or whatever. For folks who like keeping life private, without turning it into a show, this whole thing can feel validating. Maybe it changes how you look at those comments from others. Take someone like Marcus. He's in his 40s, does architecture work, hangs out with friends a lot, travels when he can, and seems pretty content overall. He has all the accounts, Instagram, Facebook, that stuff. But check them out, and it's empty. Just a handful of old posts over years. Not because his life is boring, he just picks not to share. At a dinner once, someone straight up asked him why no posts. Like, are you alright? He replied that he was fine, just not into acting out his days for people who aren't really watching anyway. That hit me. For him, and probably others, social media pushes this fake way of being that doesn't match real life. When he's away on a trip or with people, he stays in the moment. No worrying about photos or captions or likes. That's freeing, not missing out. But society spins it like if you don't post, you're hiding trouble or not living fully. It's backwards, and it messes with heads. Gen X folks get this more, I feel. They grew up before all this online stuff took over everything. Life happened in the now, stored in memories, not on some app. Concerts were for watching live. Trips meant waiting weeks for film to develop. No pressure to update constantly or prove you're having fun. When social media started, it was for catching up with old contacts. But then it turned into branding yourself, chasing engagement, making money off posts. A lot opted out quietly, knowing it added stress, not joy. Psychologists talk about digital discernment, figuring out when tech helps you or you end up serving it. Gen X has that, from remembering life without the always-on documenting. It lets them pick what fits. Studies back this up. At the University of Copenhagen, they looked at lurkers, people who watch but don't post. Turns out, these folks score high on authentic living, choices from inside values, not needing thumbs up from strangers. They avoid that anxiety of comparing lives to polished feeds. By staying out, they skip a game they never signed up for. Then there's observer types, from research at University of Melbourne by Dr. Shermer. It's about engaging by watching and thinking, not shouting out, not shy, just a different way to process the world. They have full inner lives, reflect a lot, prefer real depth in talks with a few people over wide, shallow ones. Does that ring true for anyone? A paper in Cyber Psychology Journal found frequent posters deal with fragmented self, like splitting who you are real versus online show. Non-posters keep an integrated sense, more solid identity without the split. Privacy plays in too. Not posting means strong boundaries, knowing some things lose value if shared, and privacy protects the good stuff, your thoughts, real moments, without turning them into content for others. Think of grounded people, the secure ones. Probably not big on social media, no branding or constant presence. They just do life. Security comes from inside, knowing yourself without outside nods. Not posting cuts that external stuff pushes. Building your own validation. That's real strength. I notice non-posters have tighter friends. No feed to check, so you talk for real updates. It filters to people who show up, not just look from afar. Control matters. Posting hands over your image to algorithms, judgments, future uses. Non-posters hold onto autonomy, won't swap privacy for quick likes. In this data-driven world, that's smart, not scared. Not posting can protect emotions too. Every share risks judgment, or worse, The cost often outweighs any gain, and studies link heavy use to more anxiety, while cutting back helps mental health. If you don't post, you're not antisocial or disconnected. You might connect deeper to real bonds, your true self. Culture pushes FOMO to keep you hooked, but opting out brings JOMO, joy and privacy, no curating, experiences just for you. Being okay with not being seen is strong. In a seen or nothing world, staying low-key rebels quietly. Your worth stands alone, no need for views or reactions. What makes life meaningful often stays private. Quiet bits with friends, personal wins, thoughts that shape you. They matter without shares. Honoring that is worth celebrating. No apologies. Psychology shows non-posters tune into life directly, secure without constant proof, focused on real over curated. Choosing no show is healthy, advanced even. Next time asked why no posts, say you're busy living, not recording. It's presence over show, and in this digital mess, that's sane. This stuff makes me think about how social media evolved, from simple connections to this performance trap. Some parts get messy when trying to explain the studies, like the observer thing. I am not totally sure how deep it goes, but it seems right. Anyway, people who lurk or stay silent aren't less. They're just different, and that's fine.